Welcome back, guys. Welcome to the Shimi. I got distracted. I had something in my eye. Anyway, all right. Yeah. Welcome, guys, to the Shimi Podcast. My name's Chisanga Kawe. Others like to call me Toast, and yeah, back on another episode with a good friend, guest of mine. Mapalo is behind the camera in case you are looking for him, which is not around because he just ghosts us. Yeah, we have like two other guys. I'm sure you've seen.
Oh, yeah,
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 that's
yeah,
like
yeah,
then the normal,
panel.
the
Yeah.
normal panel. But we have regular guests here and there. But yeah, Mapalo today I decided to be behind the camera because he's not looking good. Yeah, he's not looking good today. Kylie, now you're not looking good, Kylie.
You know, the funny thing is that I was at the mall yesterday and some guys saw me, two guys, mates.
Yeah.
You look cool, man. I was like, hey, this is basically my everyday.
Yeah.
Ah, this guy is trying to finesse himself, but this is my everyday, which everyday, Mama
But-
Paulo.
Let me give you what I was wearing. Let me tell you what I was wearing. One, then I was wearing those gray, big baggy gray sweatpants and that huge football shirt.
Oh, the football, no, that's a football shirt. Is cool.
But do you guys know that one whereby you always meet your crush when you're not like looking
Yeah,
like
the
every
West, the
time when
I'm almost never looking good.
Face maybe to my legs are ashy.
Yeah, ashy, man.
So now like
all the time.
the
all the
which
time.
are like the worst possible time, and then now you have to convince your mind like maybe she just didn't see me.
Yeah,
She didn't see me. I don't
man.
think
And
she
then
saw
she
me.
would think you only have like one jean and two shirts.
But you always see the same
With the
thing.
same thing all the time. all the
Ah
time,
man, it's irritating. It's quite
It's mad,
horrible.
it's
Hey man, let us not dive too much into it. I haven't even got to introduce it. So this guy, this is a friend of mine. In case you people are wondering, I'm sure everyone asked the conversation. Hey, where the name Toast come from?
Right. I actually wanted to say like at what point will I introduce like
yes, like
yeah.
you should have been like.
So yeah, I'm the pioneer of the name. I'm the pioneer.
Yeah, man, you have
I
literally
made this guy.
definitely,
made it.
definitely. Like you have literally like when like the brand starts making man just come claiming for royalties, like man, that's me, boy. Like come claiming for royalties. The other one, like it came out. I always say it was a joke.
Yeah.
This guy was laughing at me because I had toast bread, and they never believe me. They never believe me.
It's such a ridiculous story. It's almost unbelievable. It's almost unbelievable.
Like
But-
now, even okay, maybe even now that you can maybe you can explain people. What
yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, it's man, it's so ridiculous. But okay, so basically, in grade 8, in grade 8, yeah. Toast had like lunch, so he came with like literally he came with
It was so
toast bread
horrible.
for like 2 days in a row. And we were like in these little arguments we have as mates, what. So I was losing the argument. That's how I was losing the argument. So please be childish, always be childish. So I was losing the argument, and then I'm like, wawafie toast icho chino lelia. And then like
It just caught fire.
it just caught fire. I literally caught fire like the next day.
Yeah.
Literally the next day, everyone is calling him toast. Toast. And that's how the name was born, man.
Remember that this guy your brother's friend, Stosh.
Oh yeah.
It was like a Kamabiv at nowhere, but similar names. It was weird. It was.
Oh yeah.
Yes, like
yeah.
who was this guy? Because he was the head boy.
Yeah, he was the head boy
It
now,
was,
yeah,
it
at
was
the time.
so weird. Like that name. Not only was I being teased for, and it became cool, but now I was catching strays for nothing. I was like,
for
guys,
literally toast bread.
huh? You don't remember? Were you at St. John's by the time?
Oliver.
Oh no, I don't think so.
Another is Robbie's brother.
Is it?
No. I don't think so.
No,
Yeah, but-
I think maybe
Yeah,
had come like the
yeah,
year.
come after. Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know
had
if you're not
they
there.
had left.
Yeah, so man, it was crazy. It was
Yeah.
crazy. So every time I tell, so this is landing.
No. I thought you'd think of Malitoli. No, he was. I think by the time you're coming, they had already left.
No, they had already
Yeah,
gone
they
like
had
2 years. I
already-
didn't pass that.
2 years
Yeah.
had passed. Yeah.
So otherwise, guys, this is Landy,
Yeah.
my lawyer friend. In case they can think I just capping or something, but like, you're
Just
not
a
serious.
Kembo,
What?
what,
Yeah.
no.
But Ungwango, Afrikanisha, you're somebody in society.
Yeah, no, I actually went to school. No, actually went to school.
Yeah, so in case you meet
Yeah.
him in the street, like, this guy just looks like shit. Nah.
No. Actually,
Like charger, nama charger boss. Just
yeah,
power weapon up
I
weapon.
don't make nicknames for a living. So, so
And yeah, so man, got interesting topics for you today.
okay.
Yeah, I've been meaning to get him. It didn't take long. I normally take some time with like guests. Like,
Yeah.
oh, when I come in, it was just like
It was
this
instant, man. It was
instant.
instant. I've been waiting. I've been waiting to get on the pod. I think it's been dope what you guys have been doing. I like the blend of like critical topics, but just like
Thanks,
messing
thanks.
around
Thanks,
and
man.
all of that. So immediately you hit me up. I was like, I'm there. I'm there. No worries. No
Because
worries.
I knew with you I could talk about almost everything, and you'd be like, yes.
Yeah.
It wasn't going to be difficult. Like, where you would have to talk to someone like, "Ah, what if I talk about it the wrong way?
Oh yeah.
You see,
Exactly.
with you give me like
Everything
straight.
flies, man.
Exactly,
Everything
will
flies.
definitely
No
fly.
holds barred.
Exactly. Before we actually go into the
Okay.
topic, we're here at Etc. Studios. That's where we're shooting from. So for all those guys that want to do their branding, marketing, and doing of t-shirts, Paulo, this is the part you're supposed to be doing. You put a camera song for the Shimi Podcast out. They hear now that that's where you come. That's why you put all that. I can't be doing his job. But then, yeah, definitely. So for all those things that you need to do, you please come to Etc. Studios. We are opposite Parkland Secondary School in Kitway. Yeah, we need to pay our bills.
No.
Definitely need to pay our
Some
bills.
house cleaning.
Def. Otherwise, before we even go anywhere,
Yeah.
man, petrol is like at State 4.
It's mad. It's mad.
Are we
It's
not
mad.
just going to start walking?
I considered working here.
Yeah,
I
like
considered
general
working-
fitness.
yeah, but
General
just
fitness.
like first impressions. I was like, let me.
And it don't look good.
They don't look
yeah,
good.
it don't
No,
look
let
good. They'll
me.
think that maybe, that is staying up alive.
Exactly. No, but it's genuinely mad. It's genuinely mad. I think the concerning thing is like the uncertainty about it. It's like we don't know what direction we're going.
But they've left us on blue ticks.
Yeah. That's the.
Yeah, man.
They've left us on sin, man. Sin.
Man, it's crazy. But man, I think the general conscience should just be, brace yourself.
Yeah.
I think the way things are going, just brace yourself. Brace yourselves. Not that expect the worst, just brace yourself because there's a lot going on.
There's a lot
Just
going on.
generally
Yeah.
around the world, there's a lot going on. I mean, there's teas of like World War III and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But what's making me about those things is not the actual seriousness, it's the memes. Man, the World War III memes, man,
mad.
like Twitter is a bad place.
where the black people, they're going to be jokes. No
There's
matter.
no, there's no
There's
seriousness.
no seriousness.
There's
but
no
they're going to,
seriousness.
no
Like,
matter
those
what,
guys
they're
are a
going to be
problem.
jokes.
So man, the World War III jokes. Because I think the UK president said like they're trying to call for like people to come into the army.
Okay.
They are not having it. They're like, no, bruv. Ain't got the army.
The memes are crazy. Like especially like the Africans who are that side.
Based
they're
there,
man, they're the jokes. It's bare jokes.
On a problem, like a real problem. So another thing I wanted to just ask you, what's up with like Hamilton and Ferrari? I don't know what's.
As much as I like,
I don't even watch F1, but it's all over the place.
As much as I like to call myself a sports buff, I'm not that in tune to motorsports. But what obviously, like we know Hamilton, we know Verstappen, blah blah blah. But what I'm getting is like this is his last season with Mercedes, and then he's going to join Ferrari, which apparently is like the Real Madrid of motorsports. So like if they come calling, you can't say no. But it's caused uproar, man. People have gone crazy over it. But it's big news. It's big news apparently. Big news. But from what I hear, Ferrari's engines have been going crazy. Like last season, they were always like going crazy and whatnot. So but sounds big news. It's big news, man. It's Lewis Hamilton.
I'm neither.
I'm
just a
not
casual. I'll look.
Very casual.
Yeah, like I will look.
Very
I'll see results.
casual.
I won't
I'm
sit
very
through
casual.
2 hours of
2 hours,
those guys
no,
racing now. But I
man.
respect what goes on. I really do respect because
Me neither, to be honest. I'm not sitting watching motorsports, but I hear the guy because I don't know. It's like there's a main driver and then there's
Is it Leclerc?
other teams. Yeah. Leclerc has been done dirty apparently. I don't know if it's Leclerc or the other guy.
Oh, it's probably the other guy.
The
I think
probably
isn't
Click
that
is the
like the
main one.
young prospect,
Yeah, has
stuff
been
like
done
that.
dirty. But then there's George Russell at Mercedes. Yeah, there's so he needs to step up. It's a whole thing. It's a whole
Okay,
thing.
okay. All this because of Verstappen.
Yeah. All this because of Verstappen. All this because of Verstappen and
No,
Red
but
Bull.
that it's a good problem, I guess, for those guys that watch
Yeah,
it. Hey, we did something for you guys, F1. At
for
least we
F1,
talked about that
we
stuff.
touched it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quick one also before we move on to the next other topics.
Okay.
The bill. There's the recent government bill that got passed.
Okay.
Bill of information. I'm not sure if I've said it right.
Yeah.
Is it
I
bill
mean,
of
in
information? Is
essence,
it
yeah.
law of information?
No, bill of information. Yeah.
Okay,
So
so
the
where
bill
you are
gets passed.
able to inquire and ask for certain information
Information. Yeah.
pertaining to government, maybe spending and whatever. Okay,
Yeah.
which I feel it's a step in a good
It's
direction.
it's dope. It's actually very dope. And there's a few more that were passed because nothing has been passed this year. So that was last year and the back end of last year. So most of them are 2023 bills. So I think it's very important that we know about this, especially now that we're the adults of
I'm
society.
telling you, like now, like I've come to a point where even when I get home, okay, let me just watch some news a bit. And
Just see
going on.
what's going
But then
on.
I find myself laughing. I'm like, what am I doing?
Yeah. So I think like the key ones that I've seen, I'll just like I can touch on a few of them. Is the same one you're saying, the bill of information, and I think the dope part about it is that it's going to be there'll be oversight by the UN and the human rights. Yeah.
Nice. So so people won't get away with
Yeah, people won't get away. So that's like the oversight is the human rights, the UN and human rights and whatnot, and then it's in conjunction with the African Charter for people's rights. Yeah. So basically, it's just like you said, like access of information. We'll have better access of information. You can ask for information. Obviously, there are limitations, but like. Yeah, so it's just basically whereby you're free to ask for information, access proper information, and also the information you give out, like the privileged information. So, like let's say you run a company yourself personally, what information you can protect as yourself there as Chisanka. So so it's basically like so like I think being in tune with these things. And the thing is it's accessible. It's actually accessible. So it's just that we don't know. We don't know that.
Yes, we were
Yeah.
so of the idea like everything needs to be explained to
Like,
us, but
yeah,
you could
exactly.
also just
Yeah,
inquire and go
inquire.
and check it.
It's out there. It's out there. So for one, I know like most government websites, they're a bit iffy. What it's usually local government anyway. The central government websites work okay.
They're pretty fine.
Yeah. So the parliament website, you find all the bills that are lined up for you, everything. And then there was the recent one, the Marriage Act. They amended it to whereby the age for getting married now, like 16 is now illegal. So now it's been bumped up to 18, which I think it's
Which I think is actually
sensible,
it's
man.
actually
Because
sensible because
it's
at least
it's big.
yes, because at least age 18, your mind's developing enough
Yeah,
to be able
man.
to make actual grown-up decisions
Yeah,
and
yeah.
to put up yourself in a situation where you can actually put yourself there. I want to get married.
I want to get
I want
married.
to get married, and I've thought about this,
Yeah.
and I want to do it. Not
Yeah.
16. 16 is just
16 was
too,
ridiculous. 16
yeah, it
was
just
actually
too
outrageous.
small.
Yeah, because it was like if your parents give you consent, if your parents give you consent, then you can get married at 16. And I mean, what are we doing
It's
here?
pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, what are we doing here?
Robbing like you're robbing a 16-year-old of like that maybe 2 years. That
Exactly,
they'll need
exactly.
to
That
go
will
through a
need
lot of
to
things.
mature.
Man, what were you doing at 16?
Man, I can't even remember. I think
I
I was just
imagine that.
thinking of
No,
football,
man,
football, and probably women.
and now you
so I
are
was
going
thinking
at no Mchupo.
Muchupo, what, man.
Guys, I don't think we'd have survived like back in the day, like those farming. No, imagine.
Man, look at these hands. What family?
I'm telling you,
What
that
family
guy,
are these-
that guy,
what
that
family
guy.
are these hands? So yeah, I think it's even taken long. For me, it's even taken long for them to amend that because I think it should have happened a long time ago. We should have changed that. We're still quite behind in terms of the laws that are in Zambia. So I can't. You have to forgive me. I can't come on a platform without actually speaking on some of these things. So yeah. So like, there's one that I really like want to advocate for is like marital rape. So marital rape is not a thing in Zambia. There's no law that.
It's not.
Yeah.
So if, for instance, rape takes place within a marriage.
Yeah.
It's not
There's-
like
you
it
cannot
won't.
rely on anything.
Like
So
even if you take these things to court,
you-
there'll be no basis.
there'll be no basis. So
Yes, that's terrible.
exactly it's mad. So what you can only rely on is grievous bodily harm, and then that's hard to prove.
Very,
Yeah,
very,
that's
especially if time has passed.
Exactly. So
And not to say people in Zambia are not really that conversant with just how to protect themselves. It's quite tricky. It's quite tricky
Yes.
with knowing where your limits and your rights are, and
Exactly,
what
exactly.
can and cannot be done. It's quite tricky.
and
So I understand.
I think like when it comes to law, there shouldn't be a gray area.
Sure.
That's the whole point of the
The law,
Exactly.
the law is the truth. Like,
It's the truth,
if you're-
yeah.
like, look, don't kill. You're going to go to jail.
Exactly. So there shouldn't be gray areas, but there are a lot of gray areas. But it's good that I guess they're thinking about these things. Probably maybe if we had more women in the parliament, legislature, these kind of
Things would
things
be
will be
more
more advanced, taken seriously.
Yeah.
So that, and the last one I think that would affect our social lives mostly. I think it's the Controlled Substances Bill that was also passed last year, where licensing in terms of distributing, manufacturing of like
alcohol.
drugs, and all of that. It's also they've also passed the bill. So yeah, I think those three that I mentioned, controlled substances, the Marriage Act, and the
So
bill on
control
food.
substances, you mean like how people that tumaba.
Yeah, but I think mainly it's they protect you from the manufacturers and the distributors mainly. So like those guys shouldn't just like sell any kind of drugs and stuff like that. Yeah,
That'll be that, because at least a lot of people will not be selling those things because
exactly. Because reason I hear Kumadakapo, the places you like to frequent.
What did they put in the alcohol? Ah man, that was a funny story, man.
Jokes, but like
Yeah.
apparently these places are selling like practically poison, man.
Yeah.
Like literal ethanol, man, and
Exactly.
it's mad. I think
You're
that-
thinking that it's kicking you, can't it's expired?
Yeah, man. So
Wow. No, but that's dope. Before we move on, do you think what's the current age for like an adult to start drinking?
I think it's 18 also.
18 also.
Yeah.
Do you think
Well, drink. That's what they say.
That's what they say, but we
Yeah,
know
should be drink
on
responsibly,
as the PF would say, on the ground.
On the ground, yeah, it starts
it's-
on the ground.
It
the
starts.
different-
It starts very 13.
Yeah.
Around that age. Do you think it should be bumped up to like 21? Because like I think in the States it's 21.
21.
And I read somewhere on reasons why it started going towards the age of 21 because the rates at which kids were dying, probably in the 80s or whatever. So they just put restrictive laws, say 21.
Yeah.
Then you can be able to.
I think would benefit from that as well.
Yeah, because I mean the levels of production that someone that's 16 to 21, that's a
Yeah,
lot.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Because not only would you not choose that, like at least by 21, but do I really need to go drink?
Yeah, you can.
You would have found something. You'd have found a niche. You'd have found something to do.
You can
but
actually even choose not to drink.
you can choose not to drink, and that'd be so cool because we'd have so many
functions.
functioning human beings. Not some of us are alcoholics, but like it's you need civil people in this society, man. You really need them because they'll bring the rest of us to.
We're tired of you delinquents.
Yes, no. Proud. Otherwise, man, let's not dwell too much on law. Let's not too much on law. But topic to both our hearts: football. But we'll not talk about Liverpool and Jurgen Klopp betraying us.
Or the fact that we're on top of the table and we're going to win it all.
Two times. But yeah, Dave. It's something you whispered to me when you talked about it when you said like failed careers in Zambian football. Then you just whispered this to Pala just the other time. So on the topic of like
so subject.
Yeah. So on the part of football.
Okay.
Before we dive into it, Zambia, do you think we're going to go anywhere? The way we played PAFCON.
Well, there's an idea.
Okay.
There's an idea. I think the fact that we've gone to our first AFCON after our 12 years.
Is it 12 years? I think maybe 9.
I think it's more. It's definitely more than 9.
No, I think
When was the last one?
last
2013.
20. Wait, we won 2012. 2013.
Yeah, so since 2013.
15?
20,
After 13, we went to 15 as well.
no.
Are you
Guys,
sure we went
guys,
to
we
15?
didn't go to 15.
went to the two after.
No, we went in 2013 as champions.
As champions, we got
And we
grouped,
came out group
and that
stage.
was it.
No, even after. In 2015 we went.
What jersey were we?
Jesus.
Yeah, no, because I always remember
No, but
our AFCONs
guys,
because of our
I
jerseys.
promise you, I promise you,
Are you sure? What's your...
it's about 10 years.
Well, let me check.
Just it's. I
Let's see.
promise it's about 10 years.
Let me see. When last did Zambia reach the AFCON?
The fact that we're debating this is already ridiculous. That we're looking for the last.
Imagine that you can't even remember when last did Zambia. Yeah, money. Yes, when last did Zambia qualify to the AFCON? Did Zambia qualify to the AFCON 2015? Kylie, tuache tekirama. So in 2015, we played Zambia, Tunisia, Cape Verde, and Congo. 4, yeah, like, and Tunisia and DRC. I do remember Cape Verde beat us, yes.
Oh yeah.
I do remember 2015, but not. I just don't remember it like that.
When was that AFCON?
2015. Yeah, we were in the group with Tunisia, Zambia, and it was Wikipedia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I think it's true.
Probably.
Yeah,
Anyway,
but then I don't
still-
remember.
Yeah, I mean, I
I don't
no
remember.
recollection.
I don't know. I have something to look at. I'll go find out
No
and see to my videos of whatever we're doing back then.
Yeah. But like
Hopefully it's still not
regardless,
been good.
it took us a while. It took us a while to go back to the tournament, and the fact that we went to the tournament, we were probably doing something right, but we're still behind. We're still behind in the recruitment, in the coaching. If I tell you right now, if I ask you like, what style of play do Zambia like?
I don't know.
You wouldn't.
Like the way we played during the qualifiers and the way we went to do what the tournament.
No,
It's just two
it's
different things.
totally different. So there's, like I said, there's an idea, but what I saw at the tournament,
Just horrendous.
that was horrendous.
Oh,
That was
horrendous.
diabolical. That was diabolical. But I know people won't like me for this. I still think we need to keep Abraham Grant.
Nah.
I still think we need
I
to
don't.
keep
I know. I don't even. No. I can't.
I
even,
know people are like, I've lost faith, but I
Man,
think
like,
Tennis
what? What's that guy going to offer us? In all honesty, I don't think. Like, I'd rather he goes into like a managerial role.
managerial.
Yes, he can be on the
maybe.
technical bench. Man, pay him whatever he needs. We need his expertise, quite alright. But not as the head coach.
Yeah, not as a head
Not
coach.
as a
I
head
was
coach.
actually talking to one of the Zambian footballer. I think he's a national. He's a national. Brian Muller. Yeah. So I was telling like during training when they go to camp during training, like he doesn't back orders even in training. Like the same way you see him on the touchline.
That's
the
the same
way
way.
he is. Even
So it's
in
more of
training.
like okay, it's not for lack of a better term like a laissez-faire
Yeah,
type of coach. So
like-
he's like
Man, he's 66.
no, he's like Benitez.
Yeah. He's
Benitez he was never the most vocal.
Vocal, yeah.
But he had a plan. He followed it. He was strict about it, and that's where his respect came from.
Yeah.
From his Ancelotti, he's not
way,
going to
same way.
back orders. Yeah,
But if you want to go with that kind of aura, you have to be good.
yeah. You really have to
Actually,
be
have
good.
to be good. You can't be on the touch looking like a don on the touchline when your team is 2-0 down. You're not doing anything. Come on, let's be serious. Let's actually be serious. But yeah, but I still think, give him a year. Let's see what he does with the World Cup. I know it's touch and go.
It's touch
But
and
I
go,
think
man.
he's been with the group for long. He has an idea as well. Let's see what he does. And I think the only positive I can give him is the 2 games where he saw things were going wrong. He actually ringed the changes that we asked for in bringing Chaiwa
True.
and all of that.
true.
So it means he can
But I
adjust. Even though it was a bit too long,
I will say this.
but he can
That
adjust.
man did not. You know, he got away with murder, of course, with Mikio Chaiwa coming in because that was his saving grace, especially in the final game. But Roderick Awe. I don't know if he's going to watch this, but Ndala.
It's very mad that he doesn't his second choice at the club he plays for actually. It's why are you starting a second choice player in the national team?
Man, of
And
course.
we can say that about a lot of those guys who were starting in that team.
Def.
Yes.
And it's like I said, it's quite tricky. And I'm not pinpointing him alone. There's a lot. Fashions
No, you
too.
can pinpoint him.
Fashions got his own.
No, you can
We can
pinpoint
go
him.
at length with this
Rodri,
situation.
you can pinpoint him. What I saw was diabolical. You can you can
You
pinpoint it.
like the fact that he even ended up getting a red card for it. It's just like Lord, man.
No, fashion was
Getting away with murder as per
fashion was
usual.
bad. Fashion was
Just getting
bad.
away with murder fashion.
Like,
I mean, this other chap also with his friend, these two twinmates.
Yeah.
Don't it hate you when you see midfielders doing rubbish, eh?
You don't
Like you are a midfielder, like don't it just hate
don't know,
you?
man. I made who can 10. Why am I wait, guys?
That's true.
Let
Ah,
me
it's
feel
so
okay,
frustrating.
man.
No, so you see the ball comes to him, and he just wants it.
You can 10.
And they'll get the ball and they're in the space. And now they ended up exposing Kapumbu, looking like he doesn't know what he's
Even
doing.
him, that chap.
Even him, that chap.
6 was in the ball. I was going to poke a ball. 6.
But then I know, but I will say for Kapumbu, the stage was big.
Yeah,
But
no,
we
the
really,
lights.
but it showed we need,
Boom, the lights were too
yes,
bright.
and it showed we don't have like it showed if those are the best we need to do better. We need to go scouting. We need to
Yeah,
do
we
much
need to do
better.
better.
But yeah, Def, that's just what I wanted to have a point of. So
Get it off your chest.
get it off my chest because I was like, I'll rant for an hour and it don't make sense. So it's better it comes now. So on the topic of failed footballing careers, I don't know you. So Landy, very very good
That's me.
football, very very good football player. Me and him at high school, we were in a team. Funny story, funny story. I'm sure in the
Out
folklore
of the
of
many, I don't even know which funny
yeah,
story
yeah,
I'm
so
about
no,
to
no,
bring out there.
in the folklores of St. John's convents.
When you go through the history books.
through the history books of soccer, I think we had the heaviest defeat.
I
the
knew,
heaviest-
I knew
we have the
you were
heaviest
going to bring
defeat.
that up.
No, 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 I
Bro,
don't know. I'm not laughing at
listen,
us.
you-
It's a stain on our
You
legacy.
can't hype me up by saying, "Oh, very good football," and then you bring the biggest defeat
No,
in
let me
St.
tell you,
John's
like,
history.
let's bring us down, then we'll bring us back
Okay,
up. So,
yeah,
what a terrific tournament, guys. What a terrific tournament. You had like Liverpool-esque moments. Fungai, when he sees this, he remember had like a proper volley. Aaron in the midfield, Frank in goal. Mine was crazy. It was
mad.
such a
It
good
was
team.
mad. Chitangalamuka, them.
Ah, man. But then we reached the final, and yeah, we faced him and his brothers, and we got well up to 12.
12.
Yeah, got well up to 12 2?
12-2.
12-2.
12-2.
It was bad.
It was a massacre.
It was
bad.
horrible.
It
And
was
the
a
whole
bad day.
score just,
The whole score was.
it was right there.
12-2. I'm sure my crush got the ick.
Yeah.
After,
It was like, nah,
after
this
like,
guy
no,
won't make it.
no, no,
This
no.
guy won't make it. This guy
We're
won't
not
make
getting out of the hood.
You can never make it.
We're not getting out of the hood.
it. So, just wanted to remind you on that part.
No.
But yeah, tremendous time we had at school. Yeah, I'm sure the passion for you going into this thing carried on probably
carried
into
on.
the later years, into probably uni, high school, and whatever. But I don't know why you are subjecting yourself to the idea of like failed football. I don't know why you would say that.
I think mostly because there's every time the Zambian national team don't do well, they always bring up this thing like they don't scout, they don't go in there.
Of
they're
course,
better
of course,
players,
of course,
da, da,
of
da, da,
course,
da,
of course,
yeah,
of course.
I searched exactly. There was a raging debate on Twitter, a raging debate about
Really?
ISA's raging debate. It was
When was that?
Recently, we'll talk about it, but
Uh-huh.
time, like, we have to go on the break.
Okay. So we are going on a break. Apparently, Paulo says we need to go to the toilet. So we'll be back on the flip side. All right, we're back again. Oh, okay.
the owner of the podcast.
Yeah, it's
not
on
putting
now. We
the
can't
mic
even
properly.
do. No, but I have a problem. Me and this mic have beef.
Oh.
Always. Either find myself like near over. So how's the sound now? Like this? Fine now?
Are we
Great.
good?
Are we audible? Okay, about Audacity. All right. When we went on break, we were just chatting about footy. So I think we'll just continue from where we left off.
Oh yeah, just go straight right.
Just
Yeah.
go straight into whatever it is.
Yeah, so failed football careers. I know it sounds funny, but yeah, failed football careers. So, like I said, every time Zambia don't do well, there's always like a raging debate about the scouting. They don't do what. Little do people know, Well, I think they should know is that it's very difficult to get into football. It's very, very
Yeah,
difficult.
so
And
it's not as easy as like picking.
yeah, picking, and people were talking about ISAs on Twitter, like why don't they go into ISAs? But
I just realized I didn't know about
oh,
that. So I don't know,
yeah.
Brittany, what was going on
So
first of all?
so basically, after Zambia go out, people are like, when we're at ISIS, people who were at, which is ridiculous because most of them were at ISIS like 10 years ago. So let it go. Firstly, let it
Let
go.
that rejection go, bruv.
Let it go.
Like you're a successful businessman doing very
Yeah,
well.
let it go.
Let other people eat.
But like, yeah, they were like, we so ballers at ISIS, and Zambian footballers, the scouts don't go see them and bring them to the national team and all of that. And I mean, that's not the pipeline.
It really isn't. It
Scouts
really
are not
isn't.
going to go to ISIS and such. Oh, this guy can play all that. Scouts go to academies, they go
Yes.
to clubs, they go to get. And the way the national team selection works is there are pools. So the scouts and all those technical directors, they'll bring a pool of players. So it's like pool A, pool B. So based on where you're playing, the type of the
level.
level you're playing, and all of that, and then they'll be like, okay, there are these guys. They've been playing well. There's these guys. So in pool A is your typical Patondaka, who don't need to be scouted. They are just there. So yeah. So it's a whole process. So you can't just say go to ISIS, but yeah, let me not dwell.
It was so
But
funny.
yeah,
but,
it was so funny. So that was basically what people were saying. So that's why I was thinking like, okay, failed football careers, like since I may have a platform to speak on it, speaking from experience to say,
Def.
it's hard to get into football. It's hard to get into football. So like same way you're saying.
Oh, by the way, also we can include Bill.
So
Chole. Yeah, so at least the transition, but Bill ish. Shout out to Bill, but
Shout
no,
out
we
to
love
Bill.
him, we love him,
We
but
love
yeah,
Bill, we love
still,
Bill,
still,
but Bill, they're sending for you. If it was me, I wouldn't take that. Personally, I wouldn't take that. But
man, this will not rest.
no,
This will
it's-
not rest.
yeah,
This will not rest.
It won't rest. So anyway, so like you said, after we were playing, like after we got hammered, my passion still stayed the same even if we got hammered at school, and we kept on going. So I started going to
Sorry.
oh yeah, no.
Even Eric.
Eric, I wouldn't take that as well.
Sorry, this is the only time I can get at him. Sorry.
No,
What I'm saying, Kenny. What I'm
Eric
saying.
Sanga, like ballers,
Yeah.
ballers.
Proper.
So maybe the ISIS people were not too far off, to be fair. But yeah, so I went to Power Dynamos,
Okay.
but that was like my first stint, and I think I was 15. I was pretty young to go there. So when I went there, it was
Probably the right age though.
yeah, right age,
Right age.
essentially, but not with what I was going to find.
Okay.
Yeah, it was rough. It was rough. Like my first stint was hard because for some parts I know the part of the argument was like privileged people don't get a chance, which is kind of true, but you have to work that much harder because there was like actual proper discrimination. Like when I tell you, like I went there and I didn't know any better, so they're like, "Oh, where you from?" "Oh, no, I'm from Riverside." Or that, and they will feel
Yeah,
what.
already.
When I tell you, like every game, like every training, I used to go with swollen ankles. I used to go back with swollen ankles because I was being targeted just on the basis that
You're
I'm
from
from
Riverside.
Riverside, what. Like it was terrible, and they used to tease me. They used to like bully me. So as much as I had like that grit, I couldn't overcome that. I was still quite young. I was 14, 15. I couldn't deal with it. And there was also obviously school, you're going home and they're telling you this same football, you just come back, you bet yourself, blah, 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 blah. Just focus on school and whatever. So I just stopped going. Like I just don't
It's a
dislike
shame, man. It's a shame like that. Those
it's
obstacles.
yeah, obstacles. It's like it's not worth it. So after that, I continue obviously playing just home, personal training, like little clubs here and there. Then when I completed school, we had that gap year. So I took the gap year. So now like I know better, I'm older, I know. So I went back. There was still the same level of discrimination, but like it was bouncing off. I was a bit older, then I was a bit
So
more
now you
mature.
knew
Now
what
I
it
know
is.
I know what I'm going to expect. I know you go there I had to actually say, we shifted to Ndeke. We shifted to Ndeke. I'm living at my uncle's in Ndeke, you know,
Yeah,
like,
my parents are going through some things. When currently your
yeah,
parents are living happily.
yeah, I'm in Ndeke now, blah, blah, blah. But luckily, I had Nswana who was there. You remember Nswana? Yeah. So I had like an older brother who could protect me and everything. So I started to actually play. Actually, even when I reached there, when we did the tryouts and everything, they picked us. And even when they picked me, they were like, even if we picked you, you're a bit too small. You know, right now, what literally that
So
talent.
despite clearly the okay, okay, let's just say technical prowess and whatever,
Yeah.
like yeah, class above everybody and whatever, but there's just the physique,
Physique,
physical.
literally.
Tawako Samache.
Tawako Samoa. Like
This guy, like, do they
the
do the,
criteria, the main criteria at the time was looking for somebody who's big.
like have they
And
seen Anwar? Is it Anwai?
Onahi.
Unahi.
Yeah, from Morocco.
Look at
Yeah.
what's the difference between us and him?
No
His
different
physical
physical
stature.
stature, no different whatsoever. So like, even if this is what we're looking for, but like I stayed the course, I was there. I didn't play for the first 3 months, like start, not play. I played, but I didn't start for the first 3 months of the league. But I kept on going, I kept on pushing, I kept on going, I kept on pushing. Yeah, until I got a start. I went as a midfielder. I started playing right back. That's the only way I could get into the team.
At the Trentesque.
I was trained
And he
before
was
Trent.
trained
I
before
was
Trent.
trained before Trent. I was trained before Trent. So yeah, no. So yeah, I started playing right back. But then it just still blockages. And also the other side of it is that the privileged kids who are there pay the coaches and there to play them ahead of us. Yeah. So it's two sides of the same coin per se.
Damn.
Yeah. So that happened. Stayed the course.
Like, is it privileged rich kids or just
Privileged rich kids.
damn?
Can't kick a boat to save his life. Can't kick a boat to save his life, but he's starting ahead of you. You're seeing him start ahead of you because he paid the.
Ah, Lord, okay. Okay.
So that was young power. So 6 months down the line, I wasn't working out, man. I wasn't advancing. I wasn't playing. It really felt I was getting pressure from home to say you have to go to school, you have to apply. I never applied. You have to. So I'm thinking like I only have a year to start to play and to show my parents like I can actually play.
Yeah.
So I ended up moving. I went to Kalushi Modern Stars. The junior team wasn't the right side, but by then it was difficult. So if I'm going to play, I actually have to play for the main team, which is even a big. They're not letting a 16.
Yeah, they're not letting. Yeah,
It
they're
doesn't
not.
happen.
Yeah, they're
It's
not.
rare in Zambian football. The youth system was terrible, but I went there because one of my uncles just left there, like coaching. So I said, "No, you come there." What? But unfortunately, when I went there, he
Because they're from
left.
like a football family, yeah.
Most of like the family friends. No, my family can play football for shit. My actual blood.
Nah. You are the flag bearer.
I'm the flag bearer. But yeah. So went to Kalushi Modern Stars. Didn't work out because when I went there, the coach who called me there left for a different job. Had to come back. I can't go back to power. I only have 6 months. I have a timeline in my mind because I know for sure I'm not staying another year out of school.
Yeah, they'll definitely be like, nah,
Yeah,
boy,
definitely.
go.
So I started playing district league.
Okay.
So I went to like low.
Just Sunday league. You stay up
So,
a
yeah,
Sunday at
it's-
15 hours in
it's
the scorching heat.
It's Sunday league with just a bit more oomph. So district leagues, I was playing with Riverside Stars. District, lucky enough, we had a good team. We got promoted
Okay.
to like amateur league. So there's like amateur, super amateur. There's like little. It's like
How many league?
6 almost.
6?
Yeah, so we're like 6.
So there's Super League, Division 1,
and Division 2.
Division 2.
And then comes the super amateurs, the amateurs that are those I think they've revamped, so I couldn't say for sure. I'm
Okay.
basing this from like a while back. Yeah, so we're like practically 5th year. Yeah, so 5th year. So that's when like at least I started to make a bit of a name for myself. Yeah, because now I started like when we play, get promoted. When we got promoted, Napster Stars. Yeah. They asked about me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Must have been,
Quotation marks.
that must have been exciting.
It was very exciting. It
Must have
was
been very
actually
exciting.
very exciting because now you're kind of, when the first 6 months is kind of like, is it really for me?
You're
Is
like,
it
yeah.
But then you're like doubts and what. Now when you actually start to see like people are actually
You're like,
talking
we
about
up,
you,
we up.
yeah, we're up. We might just get out of the hood.
Uh-huh.
So NAPSA, but I couldn't go at the time, being young, and my parents were just not that open about going. Yeah, continue playing. Then there was a team, Score United, where my dad used to work, but they were in the amateur league or whatever. I think one tier above. They called me to go play there. Then I started facing the same things again. Mwana waba boss. He's only playing because.
So now, instead of you being on the spectrum of you had to work your way up, now you're the one.
Yeah, Mwana no, he's the one who's like paid his way. And the coach came to watch us. We had a friendly. He called me to say, "Come next week. I want you to play for us or whatever. I was like a level above, whatnot. And I'm like, oh yeah, no, this is what I want." But immediately they reached there. I don't know how it came out that my dad worked there. My dad wasn't even a boss there, to be honest.
That's one of our boss.
Yeah, one of our boss, what. Same treatment, but like by then, man, I've gone through it also. It didn't affect me. Played there, went back to Power Dynamo. I started playing a few games. Like after that, I went
Well, that
back
was
in-
at Young Power, eh?
Yeah, Young Power now. Started playing games. Things were going well. Then my parents applied for me.
Damn. Okay.
They literally applied for me. Like signature, reg,
Everything.
I didn't do
Just
this
behind,
day.
just behind your back, just
like that.
just casually ruin your dream.
So I go, this is real time. This is how it happens. So I've gone for training. I've smashed it. I've had a good training. I'm feeling good. I'm playing now. Everything is okay. I actually played with Person Duck before I left. Not played. I played one game with him
Oh, okay.
when he was still at Power.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, before he left. Chimboni.
Oh, okay.
Kondoni Chimboni. He went to Nkana. He went back to
Don't Chimboni. No, maybe if I
Don't know
see him,
him,
like,
yeah,
facially,
anyway.
yeah.
Chiboni. Yes, yeah, Chiboni. Played with all those guys.
Hold
That-
on, just sorry,
Go
just a minute. Hold on. Charlie. Hey, what's up, man? Hey, Charles. What? You're on the podcast. Where we are talking about failed footballers. Failed footballers. Failed, like they failed footballers. No, we're talking about you. We're talking about Zambian failed footballers. Kind of with Landia also in the studio are doing a podcast. So coincidentally, your name has even popped up. So like, you've joined Show Up, you've even made your debut. What at Chan, my favorite footballer.
But I'm got Charlie.
Man, you're a liar. Charles, wrong fee. Just okay, wait. How much challenges for work with the way? Just under a minute, wait. Yeah, just in terms of like football, playing like in just playing in the leagues, starting from the bottom, trying to like get a career in football in Zambia. Hmm. Yeah, same thing. Yeah. Def, no, no, no. I get. He Landy just elaborated that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. MC Tembo. No, man, Charles, thanks. Let me just finish up with our engagement here. I don't come for the loudspeaker. All right, man. Cheers, 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 cheers. Yeah, that's another failed footballer. I'm surrounded by a lot of these man names. But yeah, man, do go on. Do go on.
So after training, I'm going home. I reach, put my stuff, go to greet the rain, say how you doing? Sit down here. Sit down here. The last time I had the sit down here, it was like warnings from school to say you're about to get expelled or whatnot. So
Oh,
I'm
okay,
thinking like,
okay.
what's going on? Like not to sound metaphorical, but those conversations where dreams die.
Yeah,
It's the same sit down where your grandmother has passed on. It's
Yeah.
the same sit down where this has happened. You get like in your gut, you get a pit in your
Yeah,
in your
like,
gut to say, like,
this doesn't sound like a good
this
thing.
this is so I'm there like what's going on? So I was like, I was training. No, it was okay, it was good. Blah, blah, blah. I've actually started playing. So excited. The past month I've been playing. I've been training. Okay. But football always be there. I'm like, oh my days, oh my
man,
days.
damn.
Damn, I know where this is going. Yeah, no.
But I can imagine, man. I can imagine.
So like, here, you've been this is your acceptance letter.
I
Been
never
accepted
applied.
to
Yeah, I applied when?
No, I applied for you 6 months ago. You've been accepted to go study law. Yeah, you'll be leaving in January. This is November.
No.
Everything. It's a jade story.
Yeesh. Okay.
So I'm like, okay, that's fine. I was miserable my first year at school. Like absolutely miserable. But remember I said NAPSA where they quoted me just like a few months earlier. And so I was like, you know what, I can juggle it. So I went to the coach because it's in Lusaka. So I went to the coach
It's
there.
not that, yes. It's not that bad.
Yeah, I went to the coach there and said, I'm in Lusaka now. I'm in school. Are there any tryouts soon? Tryouts, everything's okay. I start playing in the Young NAPSA Stars. But it was hard.
I can imagine, because I can imagine even just the idea of having to go from campus,
exactly.
that place, train, come
back,
try
study,
restaurant, study.
So it was hard to juggle. So one thing was suffering, and obviously because my passion was football, it means the school was suffering. But I wasn't dumb about these things. Some people have sacrificed, or even if it's your dream and everything.
Yeah,
you're
you
like,
just have to we're not in the we're not out there to be
Yeah.
like, I can no man. Like, people
Yeah.
are throwing money at you. You need to make sure you
Exactly.
put things
So-
into perspective.
put things into perspective. So I was like, okay, let me put it on hold. Let me get through this school thing. I'll still be young. That's the goodness of starting your children school quite young. These are the benefits. So you can send them to school. They can still come back and do different things. So yeah, I dropped it. I thought that I can't continue. School is suffering. My grades are suffering and whatnot. I stopped. I remember I didn't play football for like it was every time I played, it was irritating me to say like you can feel like you have the talent, but like every time I play, I go back. People say, "Now what baller?" It's just hurting me.
Yeah,
It
man,
seems
I
like a
can
compliment, but it's
imagine.
just hurting. It's just hurting. So I stopped playing for quite a while. Then in a crazy turn of events, the next year, 2015, to this day, I don't know which one of my old coaches was talking to an academy in Liverpool.
No.
I promise you.
You
I
lie.
promise. I wish I'll try to give you guys this. If you can do a pop-up, I can show you like an academy in Liverpool. So they had scouts and whatnot. So I don't know what game I played. Till this day, I don't know which game it is.
But you dropped a.
I probably
you dropped
dropped a monster class. It was a 10 out of 10. I still can't remember which game it was, but apparently the scouts were there. So he was talking to people there. He had connections. I don't know. The scouts came. I don't know if the scouts came or he was scouting for them. One of the other played that game and they were like, "We're going to take it." We had a Skype interview with the guys from Liverpool.
No.
I promise. They were like, what position do you play? This is what we're
I
looking
already
for.
know where this is going, but okay, no, go on.
This is what we're looking for. Blah blah blah. Yeah, exactly what we're looking for. Center midfielder who can play attacking positions. What for duos? And I'm like, oh no, man, me pedo. Either way goes, like even perfect. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, everything was signed. Visa. They were like, the visa stuff, just leave it to us. Sent everything I needed to send. They had another Skype now with just my parents. We'll take good care of him, blah 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 blah. Everything was done. Everything was done. Everything was done.
Here comes the kicker.
Here comes the kicker. So now, like, okay, things are signed. Well, pre contracts, things are signed. And the goodness was, I would still have been in school. So it was an academy with like sports science or something like that. Then they said the program is newish, so we're only offering the scholarships to the people from Liverpool. Everybody out, you need to pay for the school part. So the football is free, but because they're offering lessons together, you pay for the lessons.
Yeah.
Man, it was like 100,000 euros or something.
Jesus Christ.
No way, man.
No one's going to be.
No one is
No,
paying
no.
that. No one is paying
Hell
that.
no.
No one
Hell
is
no.
paying that. So that was the kicker. So that was the last of it. I failed to come out of that, like
You
the
can't.
depression.
You
the
can't.
what,
You can't. And no one will understand it.
Yeah, no,
Like,
that's,
nobody
so,
will
like,
understand
that
it.
was like the
Like,
kicker,
of course,
man.
first of all, people think you're capping.
Exactly.
People are
First
capping.
of all,
Yeah, I think these people think you're capping. No. Think people are capping already that to bring you down. Because you're telling people it's a genuine thing. Second, you can only go so much. It's financial issues now and everything. So
So my parents even if we sacrifice, we'd rather we're still going to rather pay for school for you here,
all
finish
there.
school, and then if they're really serious and whatever, they'll come for you again and trying to
just-
make logic.
just
I'm
like-
like, man, these chances, they only, I'm sprightly, I'm 18, I'm
Yeah,
what.
they'll never.
3
never
years
come.
down the line, they're looking at you as a 22, 23
Yeah,
year old.
it's
They're
done.
like, nah, big man, your
big
time
man,
has passed.
Go start a family.
Yeah, go start a family,
Yeah, so
continue
yeah.
uni. So yeah, that happened. That was 2015 or 2015. Man, that was it. So I go back home now. It's like I only have the break, 6 months. I go back home. I go train with Power because like I knew people there. I train with them. It's not the same, man. Like I'm just not into it. Started training with Quito United when they were in Division 1. Started playing here and there, but each time it was interrupted because I have to go back to school. Train, have to go back to school. So I just said, okay, let me put it on hold. By the time, man, I'm finishing school,
Bali.
man,
Bali.
it's there. But yeah, man, it's difficult. It's difficult. So just like the little things.
It's a sad tale, man.
It's a sad
It's a
tale.
sad tale.
So all in all, it's difficult to make it in football in Zambia. It's actually very difficult. But from what I've seen, to be fair, it's better now. Like there are a bit more academies in place. It's better. But excuse me, the pipeline is go to lower leagues, go to academies. That's all. You go direct, you're not going to go anywhere. You go direct to the big places, you're not going to go to Kafua Celtics, go to the Lusaka Academy, and especially
The Atletico one, Lusaka Atletico.
Lusaka Atletico. All those, go to those. Go to the scouts. Go there. People go there. That's the best chance you're going to get. But also, we're still behind in terms of just general development, and then it trickles down because of general development. It trickles down to every other facet. So it's post development, whatever you want it to be, because there are no systems in place for us failed footballers where you go, your dream has
Yeah,
failed.
you
like,
can try and do
you
it
can
or
try to do
something,
something here
yeah.
and there, or get into football somehow, somewhere.
Yeah, like you talked about, maybe get some sort of qualifications in football
Exactly,
science. at
football
an
science,
academy somewhere.
exactly, an academy.
Top it off, just the idea of getting these coaching licenses.
Coaching
It's
licenses.
6 pay, no, 6 pay, 6 pay, nothing. It's
you're
how much
going
now?
You're going to overall to get it all. You're going to spend north of 50,000, the whole thing, to reach like.
And that's probably like
Because you literally start, it's 600 kwacha. You start and it's fine, but 600. Then you pay 2,000. After that, you have to pay 6,000. Then you pay like north of 50,000. The numbers could be askew, so don't quote me. But I know you're going to spend. It's bugs.
Yeah, you spend quite a
Yeah,
much.
it's bugs you're going to drop. So yeah, man, it's not easy. So all those ISOs ballers, it's not easy. It's
In
not
case
easy.
you thought
It's
that
not a
no,
joke.
the ones that just catch you up in
Where
sharp,
once they
things will
find you,
just ramp up and
there's
everything. Yeah.
obstacles. There's obstacles. I didn't even get into the witchcraft parts. I didn't even get into. Man, I've seen things. I've seen people sleep at a graveyard before a game. I'm not joking. I'm not joking. There was a day I left my boots because I went straight from school to the pitch.
Okay.
Left my boots. I go. So there are boots that are given by the club to say like
Okay.
a few there that I've given the club has them. So I wear those boots. I get on the pitch. My ankles start to swell. I take them off. My ankles are fine.
Hey. Okay. Now, no, because Landy, you're very, very. We can have this conversation. How did you feel? Like, I'm very curious to know how, if you find yourself in such a very strong predicament where, look, I think I could just speak for everybody. Like, witchcraft is real.
Yeah,
Witchcraft is real.
is real.
But how did it feel? Just the whole experience
The
of
whole
putting on your boots, swallowing, taking them
Of-
off, fine. Like,
you
like, what is your head comprehending into? Because of course, logically, like, no, this is not making sense.
it's,
Science, with your science backing and knowledge, like, no, this is not
it's
making
not
sense.
making any sense. So before you actually dip it, you try many times. So it's like I'll take them off, I'll go and like okay. So I'm like anyway, it must have just been a tweak or something. So you're failing to believe like there's no way. Your first whatever inclination won't go to say, oh, it's witchcraft immediately. No. So you put them on again, you go on the pitch, feet ankles start to swell.
Something right.
Go no, something is not right. And then now obviously you've heard stories, now it starts to click now in your mind, you're like, could it be? So now you get like this fear, you get crippled by fear to say, these guys, man.
These guys are serious.
They are serious. They'll kill you for this. They'll literally kill you for this. So, yeah, man. How can you explain, man? It's a blown situation, man. It's blown Malone.
Yeah, but like, man, that's crazy.
Yeah, man.
That's
It's
crazy.
it's a crazy. I would like to say, to be fair, obviously my story will obviously have more negative connotations, but I would like to say like now it's better. It's definite. It's genuinely
definitely
better, but we're still behind because grassroots levels still there's not enough money, not enough funding, all those things. But like these pipelines, like there was recently a league, a fours way, whatever, futsal league.
The famous false way.
Football league outside Max, Casual League, shout out Casual League. There's Elite Premier League. There's a new one.
Yeah,
that
there's a
was-
new one, yeah, with the Felix.
Exactly, the Elite Premier League.
Oh, okay. No.
Yeah, Elite Premier League. So all those pipelines.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's Paulo's fault. Though.
Eh,
He also got intrigued.
pipelines.
So we've
Elite
got
Premier League.
another commercial break. This time it is sponsored by who? Audacity Clothing. You should get all your clothing from Apollo because he thinks it's cool. So yeah, you can get it from there. All right. Shimi Podcast today,
Yes, sir.
like we said, was sponsored by Audacity Clothing and etc. Studios.
It's a
Also-
dope studio.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
actually
yeah,
a dope
yeah,
studio,
thanks,
guys.
Thanks, man. Fortunate that Mr. Musa took a chance on us.
Oh yeah, shout out. Mr.
Shout
Musa.
out Mr. Musa to actually give us a platform where we can just speak our minds, and it's really, really great. Like, so much has come out from it.
And I wasn't even expecting like I would have so much to say. You know?
Yeah, like that's how fun having conversation on a podcast is. Like,
Yeah.
that's how like a lot of this was robbed from us by radio. Like, radio was the
Okay.
closest thing we got
Okay,
to
okay, I
podcast,
get-
if
I get-
anything.
I get
What do you
you.
think on the state of radio right now?
Man, it's almost dead, isn't it? It's almost
probably
dead. It's
almost
almost dead.
dead.
Radio is almost dead. Streaming services, the
Podcasting,
podcast, everything, man.
like
It's-
people would rather just first things people don't have time.
yeah.
You just casually, by the way,
Yeah.
all I just need to do is listen to Trevor Noah's podcast about him being a celebrity, and whatever, and that's it. I'm not going to want to listen to kudos, love the man. The DJ Dazzle say
I
let's
knew you were
bang
going
it.
to say DJ Dazzle.
DJ Dazzle, let's bang it for 30 seconds. Nah, for 30 minutes. Nah.
Man, no one's-
And then I can stream that music.
Exactly.
I probably have more updated music than the radio station.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
No offense.
No offense. They should
I
come
probably
and
have
get.
I have like a more fire playlist. than
They
that.
should come and get a flash drive from me. She can't get a flash.
Who was it? Was I think? Oh, it was this guy that were talking about floppy disks.
Floppy disk. Wow.
Yeah, when was the last time you said floppy disk?
It's been a while. It's been
Yeah,
a
so they
while.
said
That's-
one of the guests was talking to his younger brother, and they didn't know what a floppy disk was.
Oh yeah, like
Yeah.
that.
They had no idea that
It
what's a
shouldn't,
floppy
it
disk.
shouldn't come as a shock, really, but because floppy disk was old, man. It was old.
Yeah,
Even when we were finding floppy disks, they were old.
they
You
were
know what I
like they
mean?
were
You know what I
already
mean?
in their like.
They were already in that
towards
like
their
later.
end, yeah.
Yeah, so I can imagine.
Yeah, I
that's a
like
throwback.
because remember the time we were in a computer class, like, this is a floppy disk.
Yeah.
This is a CD. So they still
yeah.
acknowledge that there's a floppy disk, and there's a disk, and then there's a flash.
Yeah.
Now there's a hard drive, and now there's just phones or whatever it
Yeah.
is. But anyway, just let's close up on the part of the football.
Football, yeah. So in closing, what I can say, there's some positivity around the football, the grassroots, and everything. There are people who are around. I don't know if I'm able to shout people out. There's like Opalo, who's doing great. Yeah, Opalo is doing great things in Lusaka. Isaac Pakateni, he's doing great things as well. I know a friend of mine, Mumbi Mara. He's actually owns his own academy. Yeah, so there are a lot of people. I mean,
Wait,
obviously,
Mumbi Mtari?
Mtari.
Mtari, yeah?
Is it him? I can't pronounce
know.
it. Sorry, bro,
think,
if
yeah.
I can't pronounce
It
your last
should
name.
be
But Mumbi.
Mtari. Is it, but Mumbi is he on Twitter?
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be. I think Mtari is because Mtari is on the gist with him.
Yeah, him.
Oh, that
him.
guy. Yeah,
him,
no,
him,
very
him.
good friend.
Yeah, him
good
is
friend.
he has his own academy.
Yeah.
So those guys, they're making waves, man. They're making waves. Like the same I was saying, the Elite Premier League. It's a nice way where you can, just go express yourself. People who are talented can go there. It's also getting some traction. I hear they're on movie TV.
Okay.
Yeah. So there are things. There's some positivity. So if you're a footballer out there thinking your dream is done, it's not. Go to these academies.
Yes.
That's the pipeline. Go to
Or
lower
even
leagues.
Kylie Max will kill me if I didn't say it. The Kaiser League.
Kaiser League. Shout out to
Kaiser
Kaiser.
League,
Max.
Kaiser League. Yeah, Max is going to kill us.
Max is going to kill us. Max. Kaiser League.
They're doing great.
They're doing great
but
as
with
well, yeah,
Whatever
yeah,
it
yeah.
is they're doing, yeah.
So,
Oh, little Academy Stars?
Little
Little
Stars.
Stars Academy, please take your kids there. Those in Osaka, that's a
Dope,
really
dope,
great
dope.
academy.
Those are the people we
Him
need.
and Kachasa, there's another
Oh,
friend
yeah.
of ours, Kachasa, they're doing that.
Yeah,
They're doing
yeah.
really, really
That's
good
good.
stuff that they're doing. Like they deal with, I'm not sure if they deal with like older kids.
just-
but just the young kids.
Yeah,
it's,
no,
it's
that's
really
good.
good
Because
base.
the way it is if your child doesn't start at 6 years old, they're late. That's actually how it works.
Really?
Yeah.
So you started what, 5?
5, 6.
Okay.
If you
So
start-
6 they're late.
Well, no. Let's say you start them at 10. They are in inverted commas. They
Yeah,
are
but
late.
they're late.
They are late.
Though, just that problem is we could be talking on football forever. Quick one.
Mm-hmm.
Late or early bloomer?
Late.
Okay.
Late bloomer.
Okay.
Late bloomer.
If you had kids, girl, boy, are you putting them on spot? Because I know I am. Sorry, babe. Yeah, we are.
No,
our
I
child is going to
I
go
try.
straight to power dynamos
I
if
tr-
we're
I-
going to be here.
I try to believe I'm a bit of a modern man and I'm not let kids be. They'll choose whatever.
No, I'm pushing them, man. Let's put them where the money is.
Man,
No. You know what I'll do? I will try to work so hard that I have enough that even if they
it
fail,
doesn't work, yeah,
yes,
yeah.
but
That
man,
way,
put
yeah,
them
yeah.
there. Just say,
Straight
like you
up.
have a talent. Let's put the talent first to see
Yeah.
how it goes. Yeah.
No, man, and I believe I'm modern, man.
So you got.
Just let
Do
them
what you
allow it. Do what
want.
you want. Allow them, man.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. No, that's cool. That's cool. Another thing I just wanted to talk about in the podcast, another topic,
Oh, okay.
was sorry, I have to read this. So Zambian music, the Zambian music industry
Okay.
and their role in addressing maybe taboo topics like. Mind you, this is Paulo who was writing. This is not me. If it was me, I would have said it off the top of my head. So, taboo topics, just certain taboo topics like property grabbing. So, we could just
Okay.
okay, maybe property grabbing is like a far-fetched term. We could just say just
Let's say family issues.
family issues,
Domestic
domestic
issues.
family
Yeah, domestic
issues,
family issues.
and just general maybe. Okay, let's just put everything into family issues because in the family issues, the
Yeah.
family trauma, and all these
Yeah.
other aspects about it. Do you think now the way the music industry is with the way people are able to make money and just do, do get the message straight because there's enough platforms for you to grow your fan base, is there like enough music maybe like is there enough good messages in songs, or are there maybe particular artists that you can say no, they're still spreading the message in how they do their stuff?
Wow. I mean, obviously they could do more.
Okay.
Obviously they could do more. All of us can do more when it comes to these topics, obviously. But I mean, like, what too much to whom much is given, much is required of them. Yeah. So them.
I don't even know what that is. I just know it's a saying, but
Man. Yeah, I think it's actually in the Bible.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I think because they're there, man, they have the notoriety to be like they're known. They have a platform, a big fan base, and everything. They should be doing more. From the top of my head, I honestly can't think of anyone who actually touches on this now.
Maybe,
the,
okay,
the,
maybe
the
let's-
older
let's-
guys, the older guys, the Danny Kayas, the Chameleons, those guys, they were
That's
not
where
afraid.
that's where the music was.
Yeah, they were not afraid to talk about these things. But I think there's too much mainstream now in terms of what's selling. Excuse me. Blood Kid.
YV, okay.
I gonna hold it down with that one. Anyway, it's not talking about GBV. You don't expect him to talk about GBV. Let's be honest. Let's be honest.
What a consistency.
I mean, why Celeb and those guys? They're not going to talk about these things. They're not going, especially not in their music. So, as much as you want to kind of like pound them for it, there's also like where they come from and things
Exactly,
like that.
man. Just trying to make it out the hood, man.
They're just trying to make it. They're just trying to eat, and they'll find what's selling. So, also, you're not going in a tavern to listen to GBV. You want to listen to consistency and why Celeb shouting at the top of his voice.
Of course.
Exactly. The Chandana case, I think they have the style to do it. It's just we're still behind on these topics, to be fair. So they're not doing, and not only them, even the gospel artists who you would expect them to speak on these issues a bit more. You know what I mean? The gospel artists, it's very rare you still listen to a song where like somebody's talking about rape, GBV,
Like you could, like I don't mean it in a bad way.
Yeah,
but you
yeah,
could
yeah.
still make a banger talking about
But-
something serious.
exactly.
Like there are traits to what make to making a hit song.
Yeah.
The right beats, the right this, the right
yeah.
that, but still with a very good message at the
essence,
back.
Yeah.
know.
But that's the thing. It's about for them. I'm from their standpoint. It's about what the audience want, what they want to internalize. They are not going to think of me. Walk Landilani. They're not going to think of Walk Landilani when writing a song like, okay, I need to appeal to him.
I need to appeal to him.
Because, he knows about this, he's educated on this and this and this. They'll be thinking of those guys who are going to go to a bar and listen to this song and party all night. What. I'm talking about like the secular guys and what's in now. And that's why I'm even going whereby like even the gospel artists, they're the ones, if anything, who should be doing
in the forefront,
trying to
push this agenda
push
and
these
everything.
agendas and everything. I think there's this guy, Umusepela Chila, is it?
Yeah, I'm super chill.
Chile,
Yeah,
I
it's
remember-
good like what's that? Concessions rap?
Yeah, concessions rap,
concessions
exactly. Those are the guys who at least you can.
You would hear they'll have a piece here and there, but they don't get
I
an ear. you know?
remember he did a whole song on like sexual abuse and whatnot. It's Dear Memo.
Yeah.
Dear Memo, yeah, where he's talking about a girl who lost her father and then they moved in with another
There is,
man.
yeah,
He
definitely.
defiled her, blah blah blah. So like, there's guys like that who are actually doing it, but then you won't give an ear to conscientious rappers like that. I feel like Shefi can do it.
I think he
He
has
has
a
the
couple
flow,
of
he
like
has a-
songs
yeah, he has a
where
couple,
he's
yeah.
sprinkled a little issues.
Exactly, that's the thing. It's pretty good, but what I can say in closing is we don't I don't the thing is the main thing is they don't have to wait to release a song to talk about these issues, especially the fact that they have such a huge platform. Imagine why Celeb comes out. Imagine why Celeb, who has the whole copper belt, comes out and says, guys, mental health is important.
Imagine,
Go get
imagine,
therapy.
imagine how much that would put.
How much people is going to touch. You know what I mean? Guys, treat women better, you know. Gender-based violence, don't do that. Don't put your hands on women or whatever. Imagine why Celeb Cows just comes out. No music, no the oppressor. Just say, this is what's happening in our country. Let's stop this. He has the hearts of so many young people, so many
That are
people on the
really
cover
looking
bed,
up to him and everything,
people looking
yeah.
up to him, and it will make a difference. People like Shefi, same way. Pompey, all these guys.
Just say your maps.
Yeah, your maps. If anyone should be leading the line, it's him because he's the biggest artist
He's the biggest
in Zambia
artist
out
ever.
there. So yeah, so like, no, they're not doing enough in their music, but I think where they're even actually way behind is in just generally speaking on these things. Just come out and speak on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if something does happen, like say like it is. Like
Say
this is
like
right, this is wrong.
This is right, this is wrong. Like there's so much impact these people who have a platform could. There's so much they could impact in terms of speak about these things, but definitely in their music, man. Yo Maps, he's making dancehall music, dancehall Zambian dancehall music. You know,
Why'd you put the question?
man, because by what's dancehall? It's Jamaican stuff, and Mapal is one would not like.
Mapalo.
No,
No, Mapalo.
okay,
The music is very white.
It's a white boy.
Really?
That's a white boy in
really?
a black man's skin.
How white does it get?
Do you know Georgie?
Wow.
Do you know Georgie?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but I shout out is that's the only
He's put you on.
two artists he's put me on, Georgie and Bachi. Man, I'll forever be grateful to him.
Oh, J-O-J-I. Is it? Yeah. Oh, no, dope. Yeah, no, dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
it's-
def-
But I do listen to a lot of music.
yeah, but that gets white. The people is mentioned, it gets really white.
Yeah, it didn't get more white than Paramore.
Yeah, it gets
No,
white.
no,
white.
no, no. Paramore was actually a pretty black band.
Paramore.
Trust me.
No, yeah, but they have actually
What?
like
What song is that?
they have a big black fan. There's actually jokes on it, and them
Is
saying
it
those
that
guys
I'm
are
into
black.
you? That song. I'm into you.
They actually have a black band.
They have a black fan.
Really?
They appeal to the black
Why? Because of the
community.
struggle?
Community a lot actually.
Okay, no, that's
Yeah.
dope. But yeah, definitely. But I think maybe shout out to B-Flow for
Yeah, before did the song. Yeah,
yes, he does the whole Dear Mama.
Yeah, exactly.
There's likes of Wezi. I think that's
Them,
some,
those
yes.
guys, yeah, definitely.
There's some
Biflo,
artists that are
Wezi,
doing well. Of course, like you said,
Nathan
the
is it Nathan Sakala?
Nathan Sakala, yeah. And
James Sakala, sorry, Nathan Urenda.
I don't know
James
why I
Sakala.
said it.
You
Why I
need to,
agreed with
I was-
Nathan Sakala. Nathan Sakala is a footballer.
Yeah.
Footballing
Right,
minds. You've
footballing
seen
mind, exactly, man.
easily. Yeah.
James Sakala, right?
James
Nathan
Sakala.
Urenda, them guys.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
he's his people.
Those
So
guys.
yeah,
Those get pretty black.
so there are those guys that are
Those
actually
guys
doing good
definitely,
work
yeah.
in how they present their music.
Yeah.
Look, like we get you just celebrated, say yes, it doesn't sell, quite right, but it's still a message regardless. J-Rox as well.
Yeah,
with his
J-Rox
conscious
is
music.
very
Look, I'm not saying I have bad things to say about him. He's gone his own way, but
Yeah.
like he's got his own thing that he's doing, and he still
what's that
talks
guy?
about
The guy with the hair? What's
yeah the guy
Pilato, the other guy.
Pilato.
Is it Pilato?
Pilato.
Am I confusing? I confuse them.
No, like Pilato isn't like Pilato now that's into politics and everything,
No,
but he
yeah,
used
no,
to do
he
some,
used to do
some
stuff. I mean,
cautious rap.
controversial, but like
Yeah,
at
this-
least he got people speaking.
Yeah. So we need more. It would be nice to have those people that are speaking on truth. And as long as I think problem is at some point maybe the whole climate just became where you can't speak on certain
Yeah.
things because you could
Yeah.
get trampled on or
Can
whatever.
get into trouble.
But
yeah.
as long as the landscape is being made better, such issues should be talked about.
Yeah, such need to
You
be
should be
talked
talking
about.
about.
They
Should be
need to be
talking
talked
about certain things. The way it was back in the day is the way it should just be where, if it's the truth, people listen to it or vibe to it, it will be great.
Yeah.
Danica made the living out of
Man,
talking about that stuff.
Danica, man, that's the goat. That's the
Is it?
Danica is the goat.
Yeah, so that's
Danica.
where you could still make a living
Yeah.
of that.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
you to
yeah.
resonate to a lot of
Of
people.
people, yeah.
I mean, quite right. Yakumbuyo is it's like the worst title of a song, but there was literally a message of don't Unprotected sex. Don't be out there doing those things with anyone. You know?
It wasn't unprotected.
It was was it? What was it about?
Was gay sex.
It was gay sex.
It was.
No. Like I get, but like no, but even just like the idea of multiple partners, kind of. Yeah, that I get. Yes. Yeah. No. Yeah, no. Look, I get that.
Man, what were the lyrics to that song, man? What business did we have listened to that
We had
song
no rights.
at that age, man?
There was no. They have that parental concern. It was not there. It was
What
just,
business did we have?
It was wow.
No, but you're right, man. You're right. So who did that? Nicholas? Who did that?
Dallas. It's the same
So
one.
it's
Danny.
that,
Danny.
yeah.
That was unprotected.
Yeah, that was one
Oh,
protected sex.
okay.
Yeah, that was the one.
But like the
But
fact that
he used to.
he used to address these things, and
Exactly.
but there's just nobody out there
There's
anymore.
nobody.
Everyone's trying to play it safe.
Yeah, exactly.
They'll sprinkle,
And
like I said, it may
they
be the
go
likes of
with
shape.
what's selling, man.
Yeah,
Mainstream
exactly. And it's
stuff.
sad because you're now losing what essentially also music is a medium to be
Yeah,
talking about
exactly.
such things. Like that.
Exactly.
We could go on and on
Yeah,
again about
but
this. Yes.
everything, man. Yeah.
We gotta keep it time. We gotta keep it time. So another topic close to Landy's heart now is something we are going to talk about. That is just a minute. Experiences growing up in a Zambian Christian home, which I believe
Yes, sir.
most of us, especially us in Zambia, are Christians. Yeah, we
Yeah.
could have a couple of Muslims here and there, but the consensus of how we're brought up is the same because they
Predominantly
predominantly were Christian. But even if you were in maybe a Muslim home, you copy traits of Christian
Yeah.
into your home. So
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know.
Christianity.
Yeah, definitely. So floor is yours, man. How much time do you have now?
You have to do another.
No. Yeah, on 17.
Yeah.
We'll finish it.
Yeah, so
We'll finish
it's
it.
calm.
We'll finish it. Yeah. So there.
Oh, I just go straight into it.
Just
Oh, yeah, man.
lose it.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So I try, like, this is like a personal thing. Is whenever I'm given a platform, I try to make sure I don't leave without speaking about me being a Christian. Proudly being a Christian and speaking about God. But like, obviously, make it more podcasty.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
make it more, but
to appease to the
yeah,
fans.
to appease the fans,
Because
not to
they'll be
just
like, "Ah, but Sangana made a podcast." Yeah.
not to be not come here and sound too preachy.
Yeah,
But like, yeah, to make it more of like a topic. Just like my experiences going in a Christian home, navigating that. Yeah. So PK, precious kid. Very don't let the tattoos fool you. Preacher's kid, growing up in that setup whereby one thing, it's a controversial take, by the way. Controversial take is the same way we speak about how you shouldn't force your children into doing this, and this when they're young. I feel it's the same way. Not to follow Jesus Christ and everything, but I feel like pastors' children and being a Christian home, they go like directly and tell someone like, "You're going to be a pastor. I can see it. You're going to have a big church. You're going to da, 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 da." You're telling that to a 6-year-old. You know?
I mean, that's a lot of pressure.
That's
on
a
him,
lot of
eh?
pressure, and that was almost like the same with me. So yeah, navigating that whereby now, like, you're in a Christian home. Now you've gone out there, you've gone to school, you've met friends, you've seen the world, you've seen girls and girl parts, and and yeah, all that stuff, man. And all the while, there's still that thing in your mind to say, "Oh, you're supposed to be a pastor. You're coming from a Christian home." So yeah, so that's basically like just the foundation of what I wanted to talk about. To say, it's quite a difficult thing to navigate. It's not easy in the sense that you want to experience life, but then you go back home. There's this thing waiting for you, where to say
This huge
huge
baggage.
thing.
Yeah.
Baggage. And not only even that, just like there's an expectation on the way you should
Conduct yourself.
conduct yourself, the decisions you
Which
need
is
to
really
make,
robbing you of just
which is robbing you.
being, a
Like,
kid.
half I understand, half also let a kid be a kid.
Yeah. Just
but I think-
let this person be, man. Just let this
The,
person be.
the thing I found myself going into is where I literally had like I don't want to say split personality. Do a double life, double identity. In the sense, when I'm home,
Yeah,
Christian
yeah, but yeah,
Landilani,
pastor's kid, yeah,
pastor
pastor's
kid.
kid. You
When
gotta
I'm
do
out
what you
there,
gotta
I'm the
do.
cool kid, what.
Yeah, no, but I must say, yeah, Landy was a cool kid. Landy was a cool
In
kid.
very much in inverted commas, by the way. I wasn't even cool. I thought I was cool. I wasn't cool. Yeah, so there was that. So I think it really affected me in the sense that I was failing to be honest about myself. I I couldn't find myself in the world. I couldn't place myself in the world whereby what path do I want to choose? What do I want to do? It was a bit difficult, and that affected me even in my social life.
Okay.
I more started to keep to myself because at home they're telling me you need to behave like this, you need to do this, you need to do this as a Christian child, as a Christian child, as a Christian child. So now I ended up being a Christian in terms of just like morality. I was just morally
So you're
right.
kind of just doing it for the vibes.
Yeah, for the vibe, just to appease to my parents. I never even knew what it meant to be a Christian for a very long time.
And just to maybe, I don't want to make you jump to the
Yeah.
end, but have you appreciated the journey?
I have to some extent, and I think the big thing is now I feel like I can talk to the younger people who kind of face the same thing. I think the whole point of me going through that is so that like at least I can like impact a younger generation in a way whereby there's a way you can conduct yourself. There's a way you can actually find the intersection in the terms of being a Christian, growing up a Christian, and just being in the world and having fun and all of that. It can happen. It can happen. It's difficult, yes, but it can happen. You just have to. It's a thin line you have to walk, to be honest.
So,
But it can happen. You don't have to like either go to two extremes. You know what I mean? You don't have to lie to your parents. You don't have to sneak around. You don't have to what. There's a way you can do it.
okay.
So yeah, that was the thing. So now I very much appreciate it because now I'm confident in myself. I have my identity as a Christian. I'm very proud of it. Some of the stuff I learned from my parents. Shout out to Bishop Monza, Mrs. Monza. But yeah, man. It's been a journey. It's been good. It's been good. I like to the influence. I believe like I've started to get, especially at church, in terms of the youth groups and everything. At least I feel like I can impact people like with actual knowledge, like actual substance. So yeah, man, it's been good, but yeah, it's not an easy street as people make it out to be, man. There's like
Being a pastor's kid,
yeah, being a pastor, there's like things,
and,
man.
and I think in this modern time now, like
Yeah.
it's not. Back then, it was its own niche.
Yeah,
It was its own
yes, it
struggle.
was own
But
struggle.
now, in like the age where everything is just out
Out
there,
there, it's
The spams everywhere.
yeah, man, it's mad.
it's
So like
wild,
at
it's
church,
wild.
like recently at church, funny story. At church, we were having prayers. So I got prayers and they were praying against homosexuality.
Really?
Bear in mind, I've had like my start going, what. I didn't. I always like tried to take them off when I go to church, but this time around, I was like from somewhere else. I had like my start zone and everything. I have my tattoos, what. And we're praying against homosexuality, and
you're
everyone was just like,
And just like, Jesus Christ, everyone's probably
yeah,
looking at you right now.
looking at me, and man, like the pastor's kid, my stud, my what. But like and like I said, I've found my identity in Christ. I'm confident enough to know like what's important is what's on the inside. What's important is reading your Bible. What's important is praying. What's important is having your own relationship,
Relationship with God.
with
As much
God.
as you would like to be invested or have
Yeah.
somebody go on this
Go on
journey
there
with
with
you,
you, yeah.
case in point, having a pastor,
Yeah.
you, as a matter of fact, you just need to have a relationship with God. Quite
Exactly.
alright, you need to be going to church, you need to be committed to
that's
something,
very
you need somebody
important.
to be doing these things to you.
Very
But P1, battery. Oh Lord. So how many seconds now?
It's like 4 minutes, I guess.
Okay, but it's fine. I think we'll sort of just go where we need to go. So yeah, what's important is you have a strong, committed relationship
Yeah.
with God. That should take you through the time, especially being a Christian in
Yeah.
these modern times. We're living in square world.
Yeah.
Living in square world.
So yeah, man, it's crazy, man. But like even one of like just not to embarrass my family or anything, but I wanted to come here and speak candidly. Like there's even that sense where people from Christian homes look down on people homes that don't have a strong Christian background
Which
to
shouldn't
say,
be the case.
yeah, which
Yeah,
shouldn't be the case. They're
case.
like, don't play with those people because they
That's
don't even go to
stigma. That's
church.
stigma. That's
Taba pepa no
stigmatizing.
pepa pale wate mokuya mukwangala, all those
Though,
things.
to be fair, I understand bad crowds, bad seeds,
Yeah, bad
Kushani,
corrupt good morals, yeah.
yes.
And
That's
even
what
yoked
that's
and
what
all
they're
that stuff,
saying,
yeah.
but it's bad something corrupt somebody. But yeah, the
whatever.
only thing that was in my mind was seeds. But yes, imbalala kadi. At when you throw imbalala on grilled granuts, someone eats them in sharp or So I understand. That's where they're coming from. But
Yeah.
it's how to express
Press
that
it, yeah.
type thing. Say,
And especially if you're talking to a child.
especially when you're
There's a
talking to a
way
child,
you can-
a
you bring
kid
it up.
doesn't know that in him playing with this guy is bad for me. He's
Yeah.
just my friend. Even that child is just young because they've gotten
Exactly.
mannerisms from wherever they've gotten.
Exactly.
So yeah, the
there's-
hypocrisy
there's-
it's crazy.
Yeah, there's all of
It's
that.
crazy.
There's all of that.
I
you're
come from
navigating.
like a mom that's really prayerful in church.
Yeah.
Graven. I know I'm saying her name, but yeah, we're prayerful woman, and I understand that struggle where
Yeah.
you had to be a certain type because of that's who she is,
Who she is,
and she's betrayed that, and then you are of course I was a shy guy and everything, but you had to do so. You had to do double duty.
Yeah,
When
it's
you're
literally
wherever you're
double
doing what you
duty,
had to
man.
do,
It's doing double
but
duty.
when you come home, you had to show face. You had to show face that
literally you have to show face.
are reading the Bible. You're knowing what you're talking about.
Yeah,
You're doing what you're
practically
doing, and
not
that was
doing
that.
anything. So yeah, man.
You're just playing, like
You're
just
just playing.
playing.
You're just a kid,
You're
man.
playing pretend.
I
You're
mean,
playing
the
pretend.
structure is very important. You have to have structure. You have to have grounding. It's very important. I'm not saying that's not important, but like, even the Bible says when I was young, I used to think like a young person. Now I'm old. I need to think like an old person. They say don't give solid food to babies. Give them milk. All that stuff needs to come into play. The Bible has everything, man. The
But
Bible
it's
has
literally like
everything.
it's literally a manual.
Yeah, it's a manual. So
Literally a
like
manual.
when you're a child, they need to give you something that you can internalize. When you grow older, they give you more. You grow older, they give you more. Then you find your way
Exactly.
and all of that. So man,
Exactly. Yeah.
it's not that easy, but we got out the right way. Yeah, man.
Def.
Yeah.
Otherwise, man, sorry to cut you short, but yeah, Paulo keeps doing the whole wrap it up.
Wrap it up.
I think one day I should just come and to do the same to you, Asha, so you know how it feels.
You should be.
Yeah. I highly doubt it. But otherwise, thanks so much, Landy, for visiting us, checking
Yeah,
up on
man.
the
It's
boys.
been it's
a
been dope,
minute.
man. It's been
minute.
dope. It's been dope. I've had fun, man.
Yeah, same. I mean, I knew the minute I was going to have a conversation with you, it would open so much because I wish we had so much time to talk about even just the nitty gritties of what we needed to do. It would have been really good. But thanks for coming.
Yeah,
Shout
man.
out to Etc. Studios for all the people keep calling me today for some reason. I'm not that busy. Shout out to Etc. Studios for hosting us on the podcast. If you want to do your podcasts, branding your t-shirts, marketing of your website, please contact them on their Facebook and Instagram, LinkedIn. And please follow us on YouTube, subscribe, like, leave a comment there if you like the content and what you'd suggest. If you'd like to be a guest, please get in touch with me, get in touch with Paulo, get in touch with We2. Other than that, I don't know, would you like to say
Nah,
something?
man. Like these guys are dope, man. It's good what you're doing. I'm glad to be part of this. You guys are you're going far with this. I'm glad like you can have like critical topics, still have fun, man. So yeah, guys, subscribe if you like the content. Subscribe if you like the studios. Subscribe if you like
You really
my
like the
face.
studio,
Yeah, just do something.
Time's done now, okay. So, okay.
Peace, yo, man.
You said you finish it up at Naishima.
No, I think it's about to die.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
okay. No,
Yeah, see
No,
ya.
but we'll say good night again.
See ya. See ya. We didn't want to be a late alligator in a wild crocodile.
Shimi, bye.